Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, reacting to the Toronto Raptors 125-114 victory against the Atlanta Hawks. 5-game win streak, beating Atlanta twice, who it feels like have only lost to the Toronto Raptors in the past month. They even beat the top of the league, the big-time tops of the league, Phoenix Suns, last night. No worries for the Toronto Raptors. They still come out with Trae Young in the Atlanta Hawks roster. Bully them. They go so far as to say, you know what, Atlanta? We'll let you go on a 12-0 run. We'll let you go on a 12-0 run at the end of the game, just so it feels like you can get back. Your fans can get excited, and then you know what? We're just gonna rip your heart out and take it to the next level. The Toronto Raptors, we're on that push for fourth. We're getting the balloons rocking because the Toronto Raptors are out here killing it, getting some W's. The chat's popping. Joshy Ice, following his live stream, had a fire start to this one. And the Raptors are doing everything that we could possibly ask them to do. So we got the balloons rocking. We got the cellies going. And this is huge. This is huge for the Toronto Raptors because we need these wins against top-tier teams to prove that this core deserves to have trades made that are win-now trades, right? And that's what's happening this week. We're a few days away from the trade deadline, so it's a lot of fun stuff. And you know what, right? New players, people coming back, right? We're all getting back in the groove. The Raptors have certainly gotten their groove, but all of us out here want to play ourselves. Pickup basketball is back. And we've been saying it a bunch. We'll say it again because Javelin Sports, we've been fortunate enough to partner with Javelin Sports to get you guys back playing the sports you love. And we got some big news. And you can download the application in the description as well as in the pinned comment of this video. But we officially have our team group, our Raptors Digest pickup group, ready to go. It's on the application. If you download it and then you enter the code that's in the description, it's Raptors48. I forget the numbers. I'll have a graphic on the screen for the next day. You'll be able to join the group, and Joshy Ice and I are planning the Raptors Digest group later on tonight, so hopefully that will happen in the next coming days. So download the application if you want to get in on these Raptors Digest runs, and if you're not in the Ontario area, because that's where the first ones will be, don't worry, still download the app, because they are expanding, and Riker's in Calgary right now. That's why he's not hopping on this pod. He'll be back for the next couple, but he's in Calgary, right? Might get some games out in Alberta. I'm from Newfoundland, obviously some games here. I lived in Montreal for a while. I'm going back and forth to there a bunch, right? All across the country, we're trying to have these games, have these events. So definitely download the app. It's big time stuff to join some teams, to find your core, your pickup group, whether it's basketball or any other sport. Download it. It helps us out big time. And it's free. So that's a huge thing there. So it helps us out, so definitely check it out in the description below. Plugging it a bunch, but it helps us out big time, and you'll love it. It's honestly a tremendous app. We wouldn't be plugging them this much, right? We've had sponsors in the past, but we wouldn't be plugging them this much if it wasn't, a W of an application. So definitely check it out. But the Toronto Raptors, just like Javelin Sports, have been getting W's. They are on a 5-game win streak, and the first player that we have to talk about in this game, the first player that we have to dive into and break down and rave about, Spicy P himself. The man has been transformed. Now, I've stayed on the Spicy P bandwagon. I've stayed on it. But I'm still just overwhelmed by the level of play from Spicy P. 33 points in this game. 9 rebounds, 4 assists, stat sheet stuffing, 11 of 16 from the field, and 3 of 3 from the three-point line. And I've raved about, everyone's raving about Spicy P on all these videos, getting all that stuff going, right? I don't need to dive in and pander Pascal too much, because we're going to do it seemingly every single night. But one thing that I've noticed in particular in terms of Pascal Siakam's development, and you can see it in this game tonight, when Pascal came out following the Kawhi year as the number 1 option, elevated his skills. His handle got tighter. His three-point shot got more smooth. He was hitting shots off the dribble. We were all extremely excited about that level of Pascal's play. However, he's always been a guy that's best suited for grinding, getting inside, being consistent enough so his touch is around the rim. He bullies his way in there, uses his quickness around bigger defenders, uses his size around smaller defenders, and finish around the rim, whether it be with spins, Euro steps, attacks, but obviously using that muscle. He came into the league compared to Bismack Biyombo, right? That's the original comparison of Pascal Siakam. So he made his name, made his success as a guy that, inside out, grinder, hustle, rebounder, sprinter. But as he developed those skills, the three-point shot, which we want him to develop and keep doing, right? He sort of leaned towards that a little bit more than the inside presence, the play around the rim, the finishing in the lane, right? And then we saw a matchup against the Bam Adebayos of the world, the Clint Capellas of the world. Obviously, Onyeka Okongwu was only in his second year, but those types of players, right? And he'd be a bit passive. He became a little bit passive. He struggled. Then when he got hit with injuries, health and safety protocols and all that, he'd be out of rhythm. But now he's gone back to the inside-out play, and then that's opening up the rest of his game. Now we can see Pascal Siakam go 3 for 3 from the three-point line, not miss, but not force these contested dribble pull threes, not force these step-back shots, right? Graham Vandervet is saying we pushing Spicy P, Ben. Right? We're all pushing the Spicy P bandwagon because he's playing the way that we love to see it. And now we're going to see that elevate, that expanded bag of Pascal Siakam open up, flourish, because he's doing it at the right levels. And that's what comes with being a number one option. He's obviously had external stuff in terms of injuries, health and safety and all that have hampered his quests to get there. Maybe not took the step as fast as a lot of people would like, but he's here. And I'm calling it now. I threw it in the title. He's going to make All-NBA team just the way that he is playing. The Raptors are balling out. They've been playing. So I want to throw some W's in the chat. Channel members, throw the Spicy P, throw the peppers in the chat because that's huge for us now. That's awesome. That is shout out to Pascal Siakam. I can't hype up this guy enough. And someone mentioned, has the giveaway already happened? And no, the giveaway hasn't happened. The hoodie giveaway will be tonight. I did cook up. I don't know what this animation will play, but it's either the hoodie or it's the new Starboy. It's a little tease for the new animation. I dropped it early. I accidentally switched out the hoodie animation, but Khalil did not claim his hoodie, so we will be doing giveaway part 2. So subscribe to Raptors Digest. Subscribe to Raptors Digest if you want in for this chance at the hoodie. For this, I'm doing it at the end of the live. So if you're in here now and you're not subscribed and you want a chance at that fire hoodie, which I can't show on the screen right now because I'm a scrub. I'm not like the Toronto Raptors, right? Get in there, subscribe. It's a fire hoodie. But I see the W's. I see the Spicy P's. I see the peppers, right? But Spicy P wasn't the only guy that balled out in this one, even though he was phenomenal. And Riker's not here to do the drum roll tonight, but tonight, I can't press the buttons and drum roll. The Scottie Barnes Award. It's going on to none other than Scottie Barnes himself. 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals. And this guy was clutch. This Scottie Barnes has quietly, right? He hasn't hit the big shots. I want to say over this win streak for the Toronto Raptors, the ones that catch the highlight reels, get the Instagram posts, get all that right. He's not really getting those. But Scottie Barnes is out here knocking down clutch free throws. Taking the ball inside when the Raptors offense is stagnant. He posts up at the right time. Fred throws him a lob and he finishes in the lane every single time. Right when the Raptors need a bucket. Tonight, the Hawks go on a little bit of a run. Scottie Barnes catches the ball down low, makes a layup. The next possession, gets the ball kicked out to him and splashes a 3. Even on a night where some may say he's been struggling from the field. That's signs, right? There's so much development to go for Scottie Barnes, but those are signs. Those are inklings of a guy that's not afraid of anyone, of a star in the making, right? That's what you want to see out of your rookie, that you want to get rocking out. So shout out to Scottie Barnes. Shout out to Scottie balling out, rocking out in this game. But I'm rolling through the guys. I'm rolling through the guys here. And Khalil doesn't make the All-Star team. Khalil definitely doesn't. Unfortunately, Khalil, we appreciate you being subscribed, but you got to claim the hoodie, my guy. You had it on a silver platter, right? So subscribe to the channel if you want in on this hoodie giveaway. But we got to rave about our All-Star this season. Our All-Star. We had the animations going. We probably didn't play it enough. But
all of your wildest dreams
vote
will
for
come
Fred.
true.
It'll change your life, right? Fred VanVleet showing out once again why he made the All-Star team, why he deserves it over a LaMelo Ball. There's some controversy there, but Fred VanVleet is that guy. 26 points in this game, 11 assists, facilitate 5 of 10 from the three-point line, efficient night from the field, 10 of 18, and he hit some timely Kyle Lowry-esque shots. Right, coming down the lane, the Raptors get in a little bit of a rut. The Hawks, even though the Raptors were up pretty well this entire game, they kept a good gap. But the Hawks would make runs, man. They're a tough team. They've been playing so well as of late. Don't get fooled by their 25-27 record, right? They are a legit ball club, right? But every time they go on a run, every time the Atlanta Hawks be out here trying to make a punch, trying to make a pushback, right? Fred VanVleet hit a three. Spike CP go in the lane, finish down low. And Fred VanVleet especially, those dagger threes off the dribble pull-ups, they just demoralize the other team watching them come out. And that's exactly what prime Kyle Lowry did for this team. Fred VanVleet, some may argue, is a better shooter than Kyle, right? I don't know if people would say he's better than prime Lowry, but they're both all-stars at this point. And, Lowry's a bit more playmaking and different things, but Fred's a little bit of a better stealer and shooter, I'd say. But that's what you want to see out of your all-star, your main guy at this point. So that's huge. That's huge for this Toronto Raptors squad. Bueno Kitty saying Freddie Van Freak. Apologize for downing him as the leader. Still miss Kyle. Yeah, everyone misses Kyle though. Happy that he's back playing for the Heat. Hoping his family's all good. And there, he gave a shout to Fred VanVleet making that all-star team. But Shout out to Freddie VanVleet. And I teased it earlier. This is the button that I replaced the hoodie with. Probably mistakenly too early. I thought Khalil would claim it, not going to lie. But finally got a Starboy animation ready up. And I've been teasing it for a while. I've been meaning to make it. But Starboy Gary Trent Jr. also hitting some big shots down the stretch. Not 30-point games in this one, right? But 19 points, an assist, a steal, a rebound. And 3 of 5 from the three-point line. Hit some big ones down the stretch as well. Gary Trent Jr., right? We have such an all-around roster right now, right? When Spicy P is going, when Fred VanVleet's going, we don't need Gary Trent Jr. to absolutely explode. OG Anunoby only had 8 points in this game, and it didn't feel like he had a bad game. He only took 8 shots, and that's the thing. Especially, Gary Trent Jr. took 17 shots. He's a guy that you need to get the buckets. You need to give the ball, to give his shots to, and all that, because Gary's legit, right? We've seen what he can do with all those shots, but Fred VanVleet, Siakam were rolling tonight, so they got a few more touches than usual. OG Anunoby got, less touches in this game. He was also dribbling. His dribble seemed a little bit off, but no complaints from OG. Still played phenomenal defense. Still hit his shots when he needed to. Still got 10 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks in this game. And that's the value of an OG Anunoby. Some nights, if you need him to, he can go off for 25 points. He can do that. But he's not going to be a guy like, I don't know, who's someone in the league that, a Gordon Hayward or something like that, that's going to need to take those shots or else he's not effective out there on the basketball court. Right? OG's impact is felt whether he's scoring 8 points as he does tonight or 25, 30, 50, whatever OG's putting up. Right? So that's what people are saying, but People are they're liking the Starboy animation. I was pretty happy with how it turned out. And Starboy Weekend didn't have the dreadlocks. Well, Gary got the dreadlocks. He's a Starboy. He looks like the Weekend. He's got that swag, got that going. But some W's here for the Toronto Raptors starting unit, but it wouldn't be a Raptors Digest podcast, especially in a win, especially in a W, if I weren't spewing some propaganda on this podcast, getting people going with the better than Bam, better than Giannis. The next Giannis better than Bam, right? Precious Achiuwa. It's tough. It's tough when you're an Atlanta Hawks fan, and Precious Achiuwa is splashing back-to-back threes on your head top from the corners. Swish bombs for Precious. He had 10 points in this game, 3 rebounds. Felt like he got more rebounds, only 19 minutes. He's been playing well lately. He's starting to put it all together. His defense in particular is something I'm noticing. He's getting in the right positions. He's doing the right things out there. So shout out to Precious Achiuwa. Bueno Kitty, Starboy animation needs Riker singing Starboy in the background. That's true. I mean, you look at the singing on here. Singing's going to be popping. The singing digest. But Ray is saying OG needs to make the All-Star games next season. We have a lot of guys that could make the All-Star game next season. And one guy that's also playing like an all-star role player, Chris Boucher. 11 points, 8 rebounds, an assist, a steal, a block. He's playing well. He's back to the Boucher of old. The Boucher that we love to see. Being able to hit some threes, hit a clutch corner three, helped us get on that run, spurred that run in the fourth quarter. Right, that's huge for Chris Boucher. Scoring in the paint, doing his thing, right? Trey Boucher, the baller. When we have Boucher and Precious playing well off the bench, it changes the dynamic because our starters usually play well. We have a very strong starting unit, one of the best in the NBA. But when we have 21 points coming off from two guys off the bench, that's still not a lot, right? And that's why Masai Ujiri, if he adds another bench piece, this team's going over the top, right? But if we get that, 21 points, 20-ish points, but 20 points through 30, right? That's the key for this Toronto Raptors squad. And Ken Birch played 5 minutes in this one, didn't have a crazy impact, but I thought Delano Banton, despite his box score showing a lot of zeros, a turnover and a foul, he had 3 assists in this game, which looked pretty solid. I feel like Delano, he's still super raw, especially in his scoring ability, especially in his finishing, but his passing, the way he explodes to the rim, that's showing true signs that he's going to be a nice point guard for us. And his defense, with his length, his mobility, all that sort of stuff is huge for this team going forward. So this is exciting. This is an exciting team. 5-game win streak against, and this is not just any old win streak. This is a win streak against some of the best performing teams in the entire NBA. And honestly, before it, we were playing that level of basketball. We're playing that well. We only lost by a point to the number 1 seed Chicago Bulls previously, and we beat them this week. I don't think we had Fred in that game. We almost beat the number 1 in the league, Phoenix Suns, a couple weeks ago, right? That's huge. That is huge. But guys, Raptors Digest Fund, Boucher that contract. Honestly, if we can, we got to bring him back. We'll throw the super chat dollars to Chris Boucher. Hopefully we get the Wi-Fi sorted out first, but it's hopefully I don't jinx it. I feel like it's been fine. No one's been complaining, but I'm not 100% sure. But guys, I think it's time to swing it into the segments. And tonight, the spicy play of the day. There's a lot of plays it could go to, right? I brought up Precious Achiuwa's back-to-back 3-point shots. I brought him back. I brought it up. You're hitting those. He got a spicy PLA in the last one with the slick hot sauce in and out, right? That's icy. That's Precious Achiuwa coming down, crossing some people up, finishing at the rim. Love to see that. But hitting back-to-back threes from Precious in this one, that's pretty clutch. But I think it's got to go to one of Scottie Barnes' plays down the stretch, or OG's reverse dunk to seal the deal at the end of this one, right? He could have went up with a lazy two-hander, but OG likes to throw in some flair, throw in some spice, in honor of the spicy PLA of the day in those dunks, and threw down a reverse jam to end off the Atlanta Hawks, to ground the Atlanta Hawks. Won every quarter. No, we lost the second quarter, but this team, shout out the Toronto Raptors. Shout out the Toronto Raptors. This is huge. I see a bunch of people talking about some trades in the chat. We're gonna get some trade talk. We have a lot of trade talk videos and stuff coming out and breaking down. We're also gonna get you guys' takes on them. But I'll also say too, before I swing the OGs, you want that hoodie. You want the Raptors Digest hoodie giveaway. 1 of 1 hoodie, right? You gotta subscribe to the channel. It's the code's running soon, so make sure you're subscribed. But not all plays can be the spicy play of the day, and some just make you say, "Oh, geez." And tonight, the OG's play of the day. There was a few it could have went to, but it's got to go to the stretch of basketball down late in this one. Once again, the Raptors, they gave the bait. They gave the bait, as they say, to the Atlanta Hawks, saying, Hello, folks. If you guys want to come back, you can, right? We built a big pillow on the Raptors. They know Toronto Raptors fans. The pleasures we've received, the heartaches, the craziness, the whirlwinds we've received over the past week or so, just to feel that relief of a W. They don't want to knock us off our high. They don't want to blow this Toronto Raptors elation right now. So they said, Atlanta, bring it a little bit closer. Make the fans go a little bit crazy. Get their stuff rocking, and then they got going. They came back. The Raptors tease the Atlanta Hawks. So it might be dangerous. Some might say showmanship, but they tease the Atlanta Hawks, and then they come back and stomp on them to finish off the game. So shout out, that goes to Barnes, that goes to OG, Fred, Siakam, all those guys. It's fire. And H2O senior, Precious holding the ball too long. He does have those moments, but he'd be getting the OGs every game if we gave it to Precious dribbling the ball a little bit too much. But that's the OGs. Got to get the laser eyes. Super channel members, get the laser eyes going in the chat just in honor of the OGs. And then also get your kazoos going. Get your kazoos out. Because tonight, the one, the only, the Paul Pierce Golden Kazoo Award of the night. I don't know who really could go to. Trae Young didn't hit a 3 in this game. That's pretty crazy, but he hit 3,000 floaters against us. Lou Williams just looks like a shell of himself, man. People thought his game would age well, but he is trash. At least against us. I don't know. There's no one on the Toronto Raptors we can give it to. Everyone came out, played well. Kem Birch, maybe he's got to get his rhythm back, but the Raptors are rocking out. The Raptors are balling, but the OGs was when Josh jinxed John Collins and taking the threes and then splashes back-to-back threes. Yeah, that's tough. John Collins is some athlete, man. He gets up there. He flies. He floats above the rim. Right? He had a goaltending call on Scottie Barnes. That was one of the clutch buckets that Scottie Barnes ended up pulling. Right? That's people are saying John Collins, pick up John Collins. Apparently he might be on the block, but I see the chat diverging into some trade speculation, some trade talks, some trade chatter. So I think it's time. How long? We're 22 minutes into this. Let's get the final alarm rocking in this one. Woo 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 woo. Beep 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 beep. Beep 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 beep. Woo 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 woo. That's right. The final alarm has sounded. And we want to hear your guys' takes on this game. And folks, we got a bunch of people in this chat. We got a bunch of people rocking out. Let's get a little like spike. I like Javelin. You know, in honor of Javelin Sports, sponsoring the pod. But Danny's in the chat. We got Danny out here saying, Ben, we are chipping up. That's facts. We're going to the ship, folks. And guess what? Before we dive into all the trade chatter, we're doing a little giveaway. Giveaway for a Raptors Digest Fire Hoodie. A Fire Raptors Digest hoodie. I'm going to see if I have it on the screen. If I can pull it out super quick so you guys can see it pulled up. No, I don't want to risk ruining the stream right now. So, folks, as the same thing happened last night, I'm breaking out the code. I'm breaking out the terminal. And then you guys got to get a little like spike. Download the Javelin app as well. It gives you good luck in terms of these giveaway segments, right? But like spikes are going. Should I do it now? Should I wait? Should I wait for this stuff to happen? Right? If you're subscribed to the channel, let the last subscriptions get in. We're doing this giveaway happening right now. Promised it 22K subs. Khalil didn't claim it. So final like spike of the before the giveaway. All right, folks, it's happening. It's happening here. It's coming up. The giveaway winner. The code is loading. It's loading. Get a little drum roll. Chat. Throw out those animations. The suspense is real. Here it is. It's popping out. It's busting out. Good luck to everyone. Make sure you're subscribed. Okay, it's here. This is the channel ID. This is so we know. No fake Jake Lamette Johnsons. Pop in. Right? This is how we know. I'm copying this. Getting this button going. Got my old tabs from the last time I used Safari. And Ray DeBoer. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. A Toronto Maple Leafs fan. Is he subscribed to the Leafs Digest? If he's subscribed to the Leafs Digest, that's huge. I don't know where this popped up. The list isn't here. But Ray DeBoer, if you're here, you've won the giveaway. You've won that giveaway. Congrats, Ray. But as what happened yesterday, if Ray doesn't claim it, right? I don't know if his thing popped up. The code might be glitching. But if Ray doesn't claim it, we'll be back next live stream trying to give it to you. So make sure you're subscribed to Raptors Digest. And we're giving them away at each 1,000 giveaway. So even if you forget, right, and you want some fire hoodies, that's how it goes. But shout out Ray. Right? No fake. No. We got Ray, chat legend, right, in the chat right now. His name was there, but it's tough. The Monty Python, he's always winning. But we'll see if he actually gets it. Where's Marcel, man? Marcel's got some stuff going, but can we bring some oxygen for Chris Boucher? It's the final alarm, right? We gotta start diving into this. Pray Ray doesn't claim for your guys, or Ray, if you're there, you get that thing rocking. But he would have been like, nah, I deserve it. Honestly, Ray, you probably do. You might pop out. Here come the fake Rays. This guy had a Leafs symbol on him. He had a Leafs switching. He had a Leafs thing there. So if you can get that Leafs logo cooking pretty quick, then you'll be good. Will the real Ray stand up? But guys, I want to hear what you guys have to say about this game. My apologies. I apologize if I called you, if I'm mistaking you as a dude. But I know Ray, that's a guy, so that's what my brain goes to pretty quick. But folks, how are we feeling about this trade deadline? How are we feeling about this team? How are we feeling about this squad going forward? I want to know what's happening. I want to know what your thoughts are. I saw some stuff for Mo Bamba. I saw some stuff for the usual suspects. But what are our thoughts on the Norman Powell deal? I tried to get that video out earlier, but something happened in that video where I recorded it. I don't touch I rarely touch, as you guys know, I rarely touch the microphone settings because they don't change. But randomly, I had like a chipmunk voice in the pod when it recorded, so I had to do that. Got it out a little bit later. But Norman Powell and Robert Covington were traded to the LA Clippers for Eric Bledsoe, Justice Winslow, and Clark. This guy that is apparently all right, but he's 6'4". The Blazers don't need a guy like that. How are we feeling there? Ben's shocked that I'm a female. I'm not shocked. I just said I felt bad. I don't know. I don't want to assume gender on the pods and all that. But we got the Raptors Digest female fan base. It's goated. But I want Turner Craig in a trade, but don't want to give up Chris. Yeah. Same, bro. Same, Brandon. I would love to see the Toronto Raptors get there, but people are saying they got fleeced. Sue's out here. Shout out the like spike for the female Raptors Digest community. We got a bunch of people always popping up in the DMs, always popping out. But the Raptors Digest DMs, all that stuff. But Blazers got fleeced. That was tough. That was a brutal trade. And I know we dropped 2 videos in between, or this one's going to be the second, between that Norm video. Definitely check it out, because that was an inspired rant on me on that Norman Powell deal. But, folks, what were the Blazers doing? Even if it was a salary dump, even if it was to get below the trade deadline, and I get it. People flamed me saying the Blazers, no chance that we were going to get him back, but we could have done better than Eric Bledsoe and what I listed the trade stuff. And they gave Covington as well? Like, give him to us. We'll give you Dragic in a first. Right? I know people were saying we don't want Norman Powell. Norman Powell would be perfect off our bench. Right? He's a solid defender. He's good enough. He's good enough there on defense. The real Ray DeBoer. The real Ray DeBoer is in here. Jeez. He spelled his name wrong. That's tough. That is tough. Jake, the real Ray, the real Jake Lamette Johnson. I don't know how many of these we're gonna have to bring up. Well, Ray might call out. We did see Jake come in midstream. That was crazy. That was crazy. But no, that was nuts. But congrats, Ray. They're all popping out. TBH, I think Flynn needs to get traded. Looking like he's definitely not in the Nick Nurse picture. Dude needs to play, or else his daddy will post to Facebook again. That's unfortunate. We really out here flaming Eric Flynn, the legend, Guys, we've also been toying around with the idea of reaching out to Eric Flynn, getting him on a digest pod. Who would like to see that? Who would we get views? Because sometimes we have guests, it doesn't really people don't really like our guest videos usually, but I feel like that would be pure jokes. Getting Eric Flynn on the pod. He seems like a fun guy to talk to. And obviously, we've been pretty high on Flynn. We've been high on Flynn at times, especially Joshy Ice. He's been high on Flynn. But that's that I feel like that would be pure jokes. Put the Leafs on his pick. You love to see it. But Graham, yeah. Ray De Beers, give me a hoodie. Lol. Yeah, we're giving away hoodies. We're giving away the hoodies. But yeah, do you do it? It would go viral. Okay, we'll look out. We'll look out for it. But drop it in there. Okay, that's what people are saying. I don't think Norm will want to play off the bench. He played off the bench for us last year, and he was having a career season. That's H2O. That's what I'm saying. Matt's saying I should do the watch along games, and yeah, I'm usually doing work during Raps games. Not gonna lie, I'm pretty busy, dude. We tried doing a few of those watch alongs last year. So Joshy Ice, he's killing it. Might have to hop on a few of them, especially playoff time comes around. But Joshy Ice is killing it. Definitely check out the quotes from Joshy Ice. But if Riker were here, he'd say one of his infamous quotes: "Ben, your assumption and truth dine at totally separate tables." that is jokes. Ironically enough, I'm the one. Riker flames me because I actually read philosophy. I'm out here reading these philosophy books, but he drops the quotes. He drops the quotes in the pods. But Riker's big on like legal story books, like crazy like trial things. I don't know. Interesting stuff though. Trying to read some books, folks. That's my preach to the people. I've never read books my entire life. Last year picked it up. Really stuff. Really ready to go. But Gary Trent Sr. Get the Starboy animation going. Starboy, we need to get some audio. I was afraid to throw some weekend audio in here to get the copyright stuff, especially with the sponsors we have in the pods. But yeah, because we can't have our videos taken down if we're sponsoring the vids. But we might take some more risks when this is happening. What guests have y'all done? Remember the Warwich Report? The Warwich Report, we had Skeets on. That one did all right. We don't really know how to do guests we can barely do Riker and I on these pods. It's a hectic setup. The Newfoundland Wi-Fi. It's tough. It's tough out here. But Josh is good. The other guy, Marcel. Marcel's a legend, guys. Marcel's a legend. Don't be flaming Marcel. He's the GOAT. But yeah, shout out to Jossie Ice. I'll let Ray take the shirt if you give me that OG jersey. No one's getting my OG jersey. That's something I copped that OG jersey like a month into his rookie season. That's my baby. I was playing intramural games in the OG jersey. And dropped a first game. I popped out, showed up late, had a meeting to an intramural game, came back at halftime, dropped 35 in the second half in my OG jersey, splashing some threes. So that's my baby, playing in the OGs. The OGs. I don't have not our merch, but I got this Drake sweater, right? Got that popping. I'm always rocking the sweatshirts and stuff from these pods. I'm not going out anywhere. Level 3 in Newfoundland on Monday, so I'm excited for that. But I gotta read some of these chats. I'm just rambling out here. But let's get an Eric Flynn, Gary Trent collab podcast. If we can get Gary Trent Sr. Gary Trent Sr. Maybe that's something. Is Gary Trent Sr. like active on social media though? Because I feel like Eric Flynn could be gettable, right? I feel like we could get him on here to do some stuff. But that's something that'd be wild. Raptors have more wins than last season. Do we? How many wins do we have last season? I know we tanked the second half of the year, but we were pretty good at the end of that. Yeah, Bueno Kitty. No bald Mamba hate. Cannot have the bald Mamba hate. He's got the charismatic. He's got the charisma. He's balling out. He's the legend, the mod, Marcel Martin. But do you register in your YouTube account or something? Do I register what to the YouTube account? Are you saying the Javelin app for the watch-alongs? Make me do another plug, because I will. Helps us out big time. Download the Javelin app. Cole is out here What was the Skeets video? What was the Skeets video? We dropped a Raptors preview, season preview, a couple months back with Jay Skeets. He's in the thumbnail. So we also don't throw our faces in the thumbnail, but I think we threw Skeets in there. We tried that for like 2 videos and they didn't perform well. So maybe not a big enough sample size or whatever. But Flynn's, we should go get Bradley Beal. Would you give up Trent for Bradley Beal at this point? Would you give up after I made this Starboy animation? After I cooked this up, Masai would think about trading Trent for Bradley Beal? Nah, can't be at it. Thank you, Iceman. I appreciate that. What's happening with Iceman? Flynn had 11 points in his last action. Flynn's a hooper. Yeah. Flynn is good. Flynn is for sure good. But does he fit what the Toronto Raptors can do? Nobody in the NBA can beat us when we can't win any series. I'm not sure we need to do too much. This team don't want to mess up what we have going. Sure. That's why we want to get some stuff off the bench. That's the huge stuff right there. How to super chat. Oh, cool. Well, hey, we appreciate the super chats. Super chats were pumping out. They were balling out in the previous one. Raptors in interest and Tice from the Houston Rockets. Celtics, Spurs, Podol too. Yeah, we dropped a few videos on there. But what's happening? Who's booing? Bradley Beal's expensive. What were we booing? Tomatoes. I see some stars. Some star boys. Some star boy animations. What's the tomato? Guys, am I a boomer? Got Fred's Wichita State. We got a Wichita. There was a rant about Fred VanVleet's Wichita State balling out. You know what I mean? But him and what was that name? Ron Baker. Fred VanVleet and Ron Baker were tearing it up in college. But Flynn has done less of nothing. He's also been bad in the 905. He's not physically what we need. I know. Gotta give some W's to Fred, to Malachi Flynn. He's a guy. He's balling out. It's the tomatoes about. Guys, am I uncultured? Am I I feel old. I feel old out here, you know? Raptors had 27 wins last season. This year, 28. That's crazy. That's crazy out here. Bradley Beal is also a diva. It's kind of he's cool. If we got Bradley Beal for cheap, I'd be happy. But I don't think we're gonna get him for cheap. But how would you feel if Pascal is traded? I would be sadness. That's what I would be. But unless we got back, who would I even want back for Pascal? Giannis, Luka, Jokic. Do I even want injury-riddled KD? Do I even want injury-riddled Harden? Nah, I don't. Right? That's tough. Trade deadline's the 10th, Danny. So we got some crazy stuff to get popping there. What do I rate Gary Trent Jr. out of 10? I rate him 10 out of 10 stars. Gary Trent Jr. Big W's. Got the Gucci sweater. Got him popping out the Star Boys. Looking clean. I think I gotta update the animations. I gotta get a few more of these rocking. I gotta get a few more of these going. Right, I gotta get all that. JaVale McGee would look good in a Raptors jersey. I was surprised we didn't go after JaVale McGee in the previous offseason. Right, I was surprised that didn't happen. Thought he was long, wiry, just a bench big that we could throw in there to shake things up, mobile, do some things when we're getting killed on the defensive glass. I think that would have been solid. And are you going live for chemistry? Is everything? That's true. Don't want to miss stuff. Siakam for Simmons, no way. Giannis fits best. Messiah Starling, yep. Get him there. But are you going live on February 10th? And we're definitely going live after 5 o'clock Newfoundland time. That is for sure 100% happening. Will I be able to finesse it with my 9 to 5 job as a software engineer to say, hey, let me go live for my podcast? We shall see, but it might happen. Shout out to Naveed. He'd do it, but I'd feel bad asking. But need a new role player like Gary Harris for a playoff run. Is Gary Harris good? I was completely with you, Vincent Zhang, but I heard he's just not that solid. I haven't watched Magic games really at all this season, so I can't speak from an educated perspective. However, it's the ideal Gary Harris would be a guy I'd be interested in, but yeah, JaVale McGee. But why would the Suns trade? Yeah, they're not trading. The Suns aren't doing anything. The Suns, the only person they trade would be Jalen Smith because he could walk and he doesn't get that many minutes. Maybe they get an asset back, but they're just cooking right now. Kojo, Olynyk for next to nothing in a second. Yeah, bring him in, bring him home, bring home Kojo. Kelly Olynyk, shoot some threes. That's you see it. But imagine Jared Allen on the Raptors. We could have had him. What's that in real time, Ben? What's what in real time? I don't know what's what. I feel out of it. There's a bunch of questions being asked I'm not aware of. Timosh, you were working during the game? 9 to 5? You working during the game? What do you mean? I work as a software dev. Get the code in late. I got other stuff I'm cooking up too, folks. We're launching lots of digest stuff going, right? We got a lot of channels where we have in the works cooking up. I have a few side projects I'm always cooking up. So that's especially during COVIDino season. Don't stop. If you can't go outside, hang out with people. You just may as well do crazy things. Ben, what's your trade prediction? Yo, I threw it out there. I'm saying it. Dragic and Boucher for Holmes and Hield. I think I just have a feeling it's going to happen. Oh, I will be very sad because Boucher is a beast, but it's the pain that I could see end up happening. Utah is a mascot. Man, Utah needs to step his things back up. I got my hair in my eyes as well. But it still stings to think that we could have had Christian Wood in free agency. Probably not get Scottie then, yeah. But you heard it here. That entire offseason. It was the only thing Riker and I talked about. Get Christian Wood. He put on his Instagram story, where should I go next season? Right? We said, come to Toronto. Bring him home. Right? And then we didn't do it. And then he signed a cheap contract, or relatively cheap with Houston. People weren't sure if it would be good or not at the time. And it would have been a finesse, but can't let the Raptors digest GM, because for our one take, that's right. We have 4 that are trash. But wait, what? Tobias Harris just got traded? If this is fake news, where's my phone? It's not my. I have my other phone out the other way. Folks, I need did we have a Woj bomb mid-pod? Did we have a Tobias Harris Woj bomb? Let me know. If that was fake news, I'm going to be mad. But Riker also said trade Pascal, so it's a wash. I can't trade Pascal. Tobias to where? I'm selling for Christian. Is there a Tobias Harris trade? I'm being finessed right now. I feel like the Wi-Fi is lagging too because of the finesse. W win? Chat, catch up to me. Chat. Be ready. I don't have social media on this phone. I don't want to walk away. Show my PJs to the chat. I guess could be great off the bench. Okay, we don't got that ramble. I'm assuming it's fake news until it pops up. Who said it? Not to bash Samal. Fake Jake. Tough. Got traded to the team Ben Simmons is on. No. Sin. What are your guys' thoughts on apparently the Nets being willing to trade James Harden to the Sixers now? I don't think that's I'd be shocked if that happened. I would be absolutely surprised, but that's something that would be absolutely crazy. Bring back Danny Green for bench scoring. Bring back a vet. Bring back a championship vet. The Clippers, they're going after all our championship vets. Why don't we go after one of ours? That's what I'm saying. Fake Jake. Get the Jays in there for the old Jake LaMette Johnson. Timberwolves, interested in a trade with Tobias Harris and Ben Simmons. Ray bomb. You get Ray on the bomb. Yeah, that'd be cool. Tobias Harris, Ben Simmons. What would they trade? I'd say they trade D'Lo. Ben Simmons and Tobias Harris gone to the Sixers with Ant and Cat. That'd be a nice squad. I don't think they have anything that they'd want. Poaching Maxey from the Sixers. Yeah, no way we're getting Max. We tried to get him last year, but Maxey, I think we want a lot more. Honestly, no. I think long term, I'm happy we got the propaganda. We got the precious running through our veins, but Maxey would have been cool. Maxey would have been real nice for the squad, but it is what it is. It is what it is. You to light up the 905. If you can translate that into the NBA, then fire. If not, just trade him. He does have a good work ethic, humble. He himself asked to go down to the 905. Yeah, Utah, you just want to root for Utah because he's a hard worker. Clearly he's out there grinding, but things just haven't been able to... We talked about at the beginning of the season, right? If he can just finish at the rim, if he can just drive and finish, have a consistent three, then he'd be getting minutes on the squad. But unfortunately, that hasn't been there this season. But it will bounce back. It will bounce back, for sure. For sure. John Morant. If we get John Morant, that would be crazy. But no need for Harden if KD and Irving play. Simmons better on defense. Yeah. Apparently, he might want out too. So, yeah, he doesn't like that. Nick Nurse doesn't like running the bench. But, folks, it's getting late here. I think it's I don't take the melatonin. I'm pretty energized for this game. It's been a pleasure chatting with every single one of you folks. Been an absolute pleasure. W for the Toronto Raptors. W for the stream. W for everyone in here. We'll see if I'm calling him until he claims his hoodie. He or she. The fake Ray DeBoer. I think I've seen that name in the chats before. But until he claims. But subscribe to Raptors Digest so you want your chance at getting that fire hoodie. That's enough of me rambling. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all of that cool stuff. Got the channel memberships back popping. We're gonna do a call in or send in your video segment for the channel memberships coming up this week. We want to hear your guys' takes. Joshy Ice has been getting the call-ins going too, so we gotta get that properly rocking. But the team needs a young socialite. The young socialite dance is going in honor of the sound and off of this podcast. Folks, always a tremendous pleasure. We got some fun stuff coming over this week. Got some fun things planned. Courtside Digest also getting popping this week, but we're at 22.1K. We might end up getting to 23K before this jersey actually gets given away. But if that's the way it's got to happen, that's the way it's got to happen. We got lucky with our first stream, and that's what's happening. But the hoodie will be William Chance after the 9,000th draw. Hey, less than 50% chance apparently if my code works, but that is what it is. We might have to switch whatever up. Soram Asadi, am I getting baited with another Woj bomb? You don't need a bench. Who needs a bench when you can just play your starters the entire game? Ben Simmons traded. I'm not buying it. We got fake Woj bombed in this one early, but I will give it a quick tweeter. Quick check. I feel like more people would be talking. They be spamming the Wojes. Woj. I gotta have my other phone by me. The fake Woj. Getting baited by the fake Wojs. I got baited by a fake Chicago Bulls one, but saying that Ben Simmons was in Chicago. So happens to the best of us. But anyways, folks, I've said it a bunch of times. It's a pleasure. It's an absolute pleasure chatting with everyone here today. And we have a super chat. Ending off this podcast from Perry. Let's go Raptors. Let's get rid of Goran. I don't even know if he brought up Goran Dragic's name on this podcast. Probably for the first time in a long time. These Goran Dragic's talks, but appreciate the super chats. Always helping us out. And shout out Tom Duke. He hit us with a super chat late in the last video, and unfortunately it didn't come in until we sounded off. I saw it in the playback, but appreciate it. Let's go Raptors. Let's get all that stuff going. People hitting me with these fake Woj bombs. You guys always baiting me, because then I stay on longer. I keep this rocking, keep this train going, right? But I see the numbers. The concurrent viewers has dipped under 300, so I let the rants go out. Shout out to Reggie Perry going to the Pacers, really. I don't know, he's a guy that I thought would be cool to pop up for this Toronto Raptors squad. But thank you for your service, Gord. That's Goran Dragic, the legend. Dipping. Final leg spike. But anyways, folks. It's enough of me rambling. I don't have Riker to do last words. Don't bust out some philosophy. I'm reading Thus Spake Zarathustra right now. Apparently it's a historical text. It's a bit tough of a read. Some interesting stuff in it. Definitely some cool stuff, but I'm vibing out. Stoic end to this video. You guys are the best. I'm signing out. Cheers. Oh, switch the animation buttons.